fellow enthusiasts, this is Tommy Lanham, and I am on a mission to break the monotony of the mundane and the mediocre by bringing as much enthusiasm to as many businesses, ministries, marriages, and individual lives as I possibly can. Hey, if you want to know how to better communicate with your spouse, your children, your co-workers, or anybody else, then this video is for you.
Here we go.
Hey guys, when we talk about personality styles, we talk about 4 different aspects that we can look at. We did a video recently where we looked at where people get their energy. Today we want to look at how we best communicate, how we best exchange information. Some people are abstract communicators. Other people are concrete communicators. And you may be asking, okay, what does that mean? Abstract communicator, concrete communicator. David Keirsey puts it this way. Abstract words refer to things that cannot be observed and therefore must be imagined. Concrete words refer to things that can be observed and therefore need not be imagined. And so we have abstract communicators and concrete communicators. And we're going to break that down just a little bit. When we look at different personality types, if you look at where you get your energy, which is a previous video that we did, we look at introverts and extroverts. When we talk about how we best communicate, we're talking about those who are sensors and those who are intuitive. Sensors are those that communicate best and exchange information best by what they can see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. The 5 senses, hence the word sensors. So they are concrete communicators. And if you remember, concrete words refer to things that can be observed and therefore do not need to be imagined. And so they work more from facts toward the big picture, or from facts toward possibilities. They don't begin with the possibilities. They don't begin with the big picture. They begin with the facts. They begin with the details. They begin with the stuff that they can see, that is right in front of them. They like to speak deductively. All right, tell me what you're going to tell me. Tell me. And then tell me what you told me. An introduction, 3 points, and a conclusion. That's the way concrete communicators communicate best, the sensors. The second one is the intuitives. Intuitives are abstract communicators. And if you remember, abstract words refer to things that cannot be observed and therefore must be imagined. Kind of a sixth sense, if you will. They don't begin with the facts and work toward the big picture. They begin with the big picture and then work toward the facts. Or they begin with the possibilities and work toward the facts. They don't begin with the facts. They begin with the possibilities. And they do not just see what is in front of them, they see what is beyond what is in front of them. They read between the lines. They look more for the meaning of things than just the facts of what has been said. And so you have those 2 different types of communication, the concrete communicator and the abstract communicator. Now here's the deal. Neither one of those are wrong. We need both. But if we could better recognize that in ourselves and in others, we can communicate better. If we better understand that we're coming from a viewpoint of a concrete communicator and we're talking with somebody who's coming from the viewpoint of an abstract communicator, if we understand that about ourselves and about each other, then we can work together. We can fit together like this right here. But if we don't understand that about us, if a concrete communicator is talking with an abstract communicator, both of them is going to be going, why do they not get this? How is this not computing with them? I don't understand. I've explained it as best I can, and they're not getting it. You know, instead of doing this, we tend to do this. Why? Not because somebody is not a good communicator, not because somebody is coming at it wrong, but it's because we don't understand where they're coming from, nor even where we're coming from. Now, if you can listen to this and you can go, okay, I'm a concrete communicator, and most people are. Most people are concrete communicators. And we need you. Okay, we need you to be able to say, hey, here are the facts, here's step 1, step 2, and step 3, and this is going to be the most likely result. But we also need you abstract communicators. We need people who can see beyond just the fact. We need the people who can see those possibilities. We need those people who can dream beyond the present reality. We need both. We need people who are in the reality. We need people who can go beyond present reality. And so we need both the abstract communicator and the concrete communicator. But if you better understand how you best communicate and how other people best communicate, then you can begin to communicate better, even if they don't understand it. You can teach it to them if they're willing to learn. But even if they're not, even if they don't understand that, you can make adjustments in yourself. If you're an abstract communicator and you're talking with a concrete communicator and you're talking about all the possibilities, all the dreams about how everything can be better, and they're not getting it, take a second and go, okay, they need some concrete communication here. Let me pull that out of myself. Because remember, we all have some of both. We have a tendency to go toward one or the other. We have one that is stronger than each one of us. But we can all do both. Just one comes more natural than the other. And so when you see that communication is breaking down, just take a pause and say, are we communicating from different points of view? Are we communicating from a different strength? Maybe I'm concrete, maybe they're abstract, or vice versa. And if you make some small adjustments in that communication, then the communication can work so much better. You get along better with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your co-workers, with the people at church, everybody that you come in contact with and communicate with. When you understand this factor, it can make everything else work better. Because when we communicate well, we can work together well. And so, begin to look at this. Begin to look at it, first of all, in yourself. Understand yourself and who you are and how you best communicate. And from that, begin to notice others and how they communicate. And don't expect them to make the adjustment. You've got this knowledge. You've watched this video. You know what it means. You make the adjustment to make sure that the communication works. Hey, if you implement this stuff, like I said, it can impact your family, it can impact your job, it can impact your volunteer work, whatever you are involved in, because in every area of life we must communicate. And the better we communicate, the more effective we will be, and the better it will feed your enthusiasm. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comments below, and if you want to be a part of the fellow enthusiast community, then please subscribe.